throughout that entire process of writing and recording Number of the Beast, I mean, we were all super jolly, and I mean, everybody was just delighted. There was no stress around that album at all. Or if there was, I don't think any of us felt it, because we were just having so much fun.
Yeah. I think, well, there was definitely one point of stress during the Number of the Beast song in the recording studio where you had to sing those two first verses.
Oh yeah,
again and again. And again.
Yeah. Well, that was when Martin got into my head, which he's very good at doing as a producer, which is why he's one of the reasons why he's such a great producer. And he said, look, he said, I did the same thing with Ronnie Dio. I said, Ronnie came in with Heaven and Hell, and thought, I can knock these couple of lines out in a few seconds. It's just straightforward stuff. And of course, Ronnie's is an amazing singer. And so I said, what lines were they? He said, well, it's the first two lines of Heaven and Hell. Sing me a song, you're a singer. He said, now go and sing those two lines like you're summing up your entire life in the first two lines of the song. And that took some time. I was throwing furniture around the studio and going, yes. What exactly is it that you want? And it happened. And actually, when you have a moment like that, and the what I call a light bulb moment, and it, ding, and it goes on, you go, oh, I get it, I think. And you then transfer that to things you do subsequently.
Well, that's one of the great parts of the book, is that you're really able to transport the reader into that moment. You can really feel that moment. You talk about the frustration of it, the cinematic nature of what you wanted to grab and just thrust into that song. And eventually you broke through your ego and finally made it, and it was perfect. And I wanted to know, even to this day, performing that on stage, do you feel a little bit of that studio tension or that cinema feeling that you felt in the studio?
It's not even as literal as an image in front of you, but it's an image that's somewhere in the back of your head playing away, because what you're doing is you're describing something as you sing it. And it's the same way I wrote the book. A lot of people say, oh my God, you must have an incredible memory. And I was like, well, I don't think I do, actually. But I have a very cinematic memory for things. So I'm shocking at dates and names and things like that, because I tend to dump all that information, because what's important is how you felt about something at the time and what it felt like to be there. It wasn't so important that I could remember in exact detail the timeline, because actually I can use Wikipedia for that, and there are plenty of people who are like real super geeks who have written shopping lists of every single thing that ever happened to us since
Sure.
the year dot. So you can access that kind of information, but that doesn't tell you how it felt. And so with a book, you want to be able to almost open the pages and say, yeah, I can smell how it felt. I can feel the tension, and so that was the intention. So it's as a exercise in memory, that's the way my memory tends to work.